Profit First is hands down the best system you can put in place in your business if you are having to recover from debt that you've taken on during COVID. You work hard in your business. On the Profit by Design podcast, we ask the big question. What has your business done for you lately? Hi, I'm Dr. Sabrina Starling. I'm the business psychologist, the author of the 4-Week Vacation and the How to Hire the Best series, as well as the founder of Tap the Potential, where we coach entrepreneurs like you to design sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. Because after all, we believe work supports life, not the other way around. Weekly on the Profit by Design podcast, we bring you tips, tools, and strategies from our own experiences and from the experiences of our guests who are entrepreneurial thought leaders and real life entrepreneurs, all to support you in making intentionally profitable and sustainable business decisions to live the lifestyle you desire. Profit Designers, the 4-Week Vacation, the entrepreneur's ultimate guide to taking your life back from your business is now available. Go to 4weekvacation.com, grab a copy of the book, and be sure to follow the steps there to claim your bonuses. When you purchase the book, you are eligible to join me for my upcoming live training, the 4-Week Vacation, Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart. Plus, and you'll also get an invitation to an exclusive VIP closed door training with me to identify the true profit potential within your business. Just follow the steps at 4weekvacation.com, and I hope that the 4-Week Vacation book inspires you for what's possible. It's time to take your life back from your business. Profit Designers, today we're going to have some fun. This episode is all about designing your compelling business vision to support your life. Now, this episode is part 3 of a 4-part series here on the Profit by Design podcast. This is our annual strategic planning series. If you've not listened to parts 1 and 2 of the series, I encourage you to do that before you dive into what I'm sharing with you here today on the podcast. And if you haven't already done so, the most important place to start is getting a pulse on where you are currently with respect to your own well-being as an entrepreneur and how healthy your business is and how well your business is supporting your quality of life. You can do that by taking our free Better Business, Better Life assessment at tapthepotential.com/assessment. Now, everything that I'll be sharing with you on today's episode is contained in our strategic planning workbook that we've created for you. You can download that at tapthepotential.com/plan. Today, we're going to be talking about designing your compelling business and life vision that gives you a higher quality of life in the year ahead. Visioning is the most powerful and effective motivator for positive change. And here's why. When we vision, we create clarity on what we want and what we're moving toward. Visioning is about designing the future that we're living into. And when we vision, we don't need to know how we're going to create the things we vision. We just need to trust that the how will appear. One of the reasons that we don't want to focus on the how just yet is that it will disrupt our visioning process. So when we're visioning, we really want to just focus on what it is that we want to experience and why that's so important to us. The reason we don't focus on the how is that there are outside events and circumstances that will come along and they can impact how we go about doing things. So we may have to change the how as we go. But the beautiful thing about having a vision is that it becomes a filter to help us make decisions. So if you look in your strategic planning workbook, there's an image of the survival trap. And the survival trap is what we do on a regular basis as entrepreneurs. We get very much in the weeds of our business, and we make these decisions and choices that may help us get through the moment for a given day or a given week, but they don't necessarily move us closer to our vision. And in fact, when you look at the trajectory of those decisions and you follow them out over time, they can actually take us very far off course away from our vision. And that's what the survival trap image in your workbook is showing you. So we always want to have a clear, compelling vision in mind of what we're moving towards, and then we use that as a filter. And when we're having to make decisions on a daily or weekly or monthly basis in our business, and we look at, okay, what are we going to do here? We may need to shift gears with the how that we accomplish things, but we're always going to be evaluating the opportunities that we have in front of us and the challenges that we have in front of us, and looking at how do we turn these challenges into opportunities that move us towards our vision, and how do we choose from all the things that we could be doing. Because if you're like me, you know there's never a shortage of ideas of how we can make our businesses better. The key is to pick the ideas that are most in line with the direct path towards our vision. Now, also remember that our brains like to think in images. Our brains don't like words. And what's more, our brain tends to think in moving images like a movie. So as we write our vision, we want to use words and language that evoke images in our brain. And when we share our vision, for example, when you share your vision with your team members, you want your team to be able to see a movie in their head as you read that vision out loud. So that's one of the ways to test your vision is, can someone else see it? Do they have an actual experience as they listen to you share your vision? So when you write, use active language and speak in the present tense as though things are happening currently. This is part of creating that moving image experience. So now I want to invite you to Vision 2022. How will 2022 be for you? What is going to make 2022 better for you than the year you've currently had? And how do you want to experience 2022? How do you want to experience the year in your life? Is a very important part of this visioning process. If we decide we want to attain things, like we want to hit a certain revenue level, we're not really thinking about what experience do we want to have. You could double your business in the next year, and a lot of entrepreneurs think about, I want to double my business. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Maybe not. Your life might be really tough if you double your business and you don't have the systems in place to support that. So rather than focusing on the what and things that you want to accomplish, I really encourage you to think about what is the experience that you want to have, because that will guide you in making better choices about how you manage your business and your life. So now imagine it's December 31st, 2022, and you're reflecting on your year and all the joy and happiness you've experienced in 2022. And I want you to define the experience you're having. So write down what's happened that's creating that experience for you. And by the way, all the questions I'm taking you through are contained in your strategic planning workbook. If you haven't downloaded it, go to tapthepotential.com/plan. So you've had an incredible, joyful year in 2022. You're experiencing a lot of happiness in your life. You are thriving in your business and in your personal life. Write down everything that's happened that's creating that experience for you. And I invite you to really look at this from your personal life first, because after all, work supports life, not the other way around. So how is your business supporting your quality of life? And you can refer back to the Wheel of Life in your strategic planning workbook. Look at each area of your life and think through being joyful and fulfilled in each of those areas. What's going on that's creating that experience? How are you experiencing your relationships? How are you taking care of yourself? How are you showing up as a leader? How are you connecting spiritually? Next, think about how your business has supported you in the last year. What is going on in your business that is creating this high quality of life for you? Now, I'm going to walk you through some different aspects of your business to really help you flesh this out in some detail. So imagine that it's 12 months from now and you're celebrating that you've had the most profitable year ever in your business. What's happening that's causing that? Now remember, profit is the reward for the entrepreneurial risk you bear. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. And profit is above and beyond what your business pays you to work in the business as a team member. Because after all, if we're being honest, team members don't typically lose sleep at night worrying about the cash flow in the business like a business owner does. We business owners who are doing that, and we need to be rewarded for that. So what have you done in your business? What systems have you put in place, such as Profit First, that support you in having this strong profitability in your business? And if you've had some setbacks in the previous year or two, probably because of COVID, what are you doing that is helping you become more resilient and strong with respect to the profitability in your business? And by the way, I just want to comment here that Profit First is hands down the best system you can put in place in your business if you are having to recover from debt that you've taken on during COVID. Next, think about your sweet spot of your business. Your sweet spot is that intersection of your top clients, your unique offering, and what your top clients value most about what you're delivering, as well as the systems that you put in place to deliver to your top clients. So I want you to imagine you have a strong sweet spot in place in your business. Think about what's going on. Think about the wonderful clients you're getting to engage with who are a joy for your team and you to serve. What is your team saying about your clients? What are you saying about your clients? And even more importantly, what are your clients saying to you? Imagine that your offering is very clearly defined in the marketplace and positioned so that you are clearly unique in your client's eyes and you're not encountering price pressure. And imagine you have strong systems in place around that sweet spot. Think about what you're experiencing as that's going on in your business. Next, think about what is your team experiencing? What is their day-to-day experience like as they come to work? And as you think about having those strong systems in place around the sweet spot, think about things moving along easily and getting accomplished with ease. There's very few mistakes. Communication happens as it needs to happen. There is clarity. What is that experience like? And imagine that you're moving closer and closer to the experience of your business being able to operate without you for an extended period of time. What is that like? What's going on? What have you put in place in the past year that's allowing that to happen? And now imagine you have a great culture. How does your team experience working with you? What do they say about their job? What do they say about you as a leader? And what are you hearing your top clients say about your team members? And imagine you have a strong system for attracting A players in your business. You're no longer scrambling to cover open roles. And not only that, you have highly engaged team members who are in the right seats in the business and they're getting to work from their strengths. What is that experience like? What is it like for you? And what does it feel like for your team members? So let yourself really embrace this vision for a moment and experience it. See and feel the vision. And imagine that you're growing as a leader and you're uncovering blind spots. And because of that, you're showing up more and more powerfully and effectively each day. How do others experience you? How do you stand? How do you hold yourself in that place as that leader? What kinds of emotions are you experiencing in that place? What actions are you taking from that place? And most importantly, what actions do you stop taking from that place? So I hope these prompts have helped you really start fleshing out a compelling vision. And you probably noticed as I went along, I didn't just create a vision for you, I helped you create a vision for your team members. That is so important when we vision, because when you share it with your team, you want them to be a part of the story. You want them to feel like they're part of it. and you want them to have a why for why they want to support you in achieving this vision, they need to know how their lives are going to be better. So if you struggle to think through what's going to be going on if all these great things are happening in the business, talk to your team and ask them what it would be like. And take it a step further, invite your team members to create a vision for themselves. You can share the strategic planning workbook and the wheel of life with them. It's an excellent team building exercise to have your team members go through the wheel of life and share the area of their life that they want to intentionally focus on improving in the coming year. And then your team members can support one another in doing that. And you, as the leader, have the opportunity to tie together how the success of the business and the achievement of your vision supports your team members in improving the quality of their lives. So there's lots of opportunity for you here with what I've shared with you during the strategic planning series to take this and turn it into a team development activity. Remember, team building tends to be the number one area overlooked by small business owners. So be aware of involving your team in this process. So I hope you're getting excited about the vision that you're creating. And if you would like to be a part of our Better Business, Better Life program in 2022, so that the Tap the Potential team can get behind you and your vision and really support you in designing your business to be sustainably profitable, so that in 2022, you have more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever, head on over to tapthepotential.com and book a call with us. Let's hop on the phone and let's see if you're a good fit for the Better Business, Better Life program. We would love to be a part of celebrating your wins with you on December 31st, 2022. Now, be sure to tune in next week for part 4 of the strategic planning series. Next week's episode is all about designing for profit in the year ahead. Thank you for spending time with us today. Join our conversation in the Entrepreneurs Take Your Life Back Facebook community at tapthepotential.com/group. Share your aha moments from today's episode, ask me questions, and join in on the fun with your fellow entrepreneurs on the journey to designing sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. And finally, share today's episode with a friend if you know a friend who would enjoy it. This is real life business. Keep your chin up, keep moving forward. You got this. If you've gotten value from today's show, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you are a repeat listener of the podcast, know that we greatly appreciate you at Tap the Potential. And to that end, I have a request. Please consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you're listening on. Our reviews help other entrepreneurs like you to find us. Be a part of our movement to help entrepreneurs take your life back from your business.